Hello everybody. So by now you should have your USB GD-ROM board. You'll notice it came with three different things. You got the board itself, a nice little template, and a piece of tape with some metal sticking out of it. For the template, it's going to be pretty simple. You're going to want to go ahead and put it on the back of your Dreamcast shell, the top part. Line it up. Mark the notch for the USB. And you can either cut it out with a Dremel, pair of dikes. It's not going to look very nice. Some people actually like to use their soldering iron. In the photos of the initial how to install video, a soldering iron was used to go ahead and melt the plastic in the locations, and then go ahead and just pop that piece right off. You don't need a soldering iron. You should be able to do it with a pair of dikes, a power drill if you're daring. Don't drill through your hand or hurt anybody with that. So this, you should already know how to install this. As you saw in the video, it's going to go onto the bottom of the original drive, so where the original drive board was. The nut comes off when you're using that installation, and the original piece of metal that covers the drive board, you're just going to want to throw it away. Don't need it. Have no reason to use it. If you do put it, most likely it would short out the board. You don't want to kill your brand new toy, so just throw that thing in the garbage. You have no use for it now. The tape and the metal, what is that? The tape and the metal, after I went ahead and shot the video, it came to light that there was some heat issues coming out of the system. It all goes back to the power supply has a 12-volt rail, which is this little peg sticking out here closest to the drive. Has a 12-volt rail. When there's no load on it whatsoever, it will increase the power up to 14 volts. So in order to stop that, we'll go ahead and bring it back down to 12 volts. This is a 300 ohm resistor. It is a 1/4 watt resistor. So to install it, it's fairly simple. You'll notice there's a little hook on the resistor itself that I had already bent into place. If it's not bent right, you can just rebend it. It's very easy to bend around. So you'll just want to insert it next to that 12-volt pin and push down, and it'll go ahead and stick in place. You can pull it out if you pull really hard, but as you see, it's not just going to fall out. It's in there pretty good. Next to the 12-volt pin, you have other pins. You have a ground here, a ground here, a ground here. 3 ground pins. You can go ahead and jam the other side of the resistor into any of those 3 ground pins. So let's go ahead and do that now. Done. That's it. Very simple to go ahead and jam that in there. Hopefully you can see it. I know it's kind of hard on this camera, but it's there. The 12 volt and then the ground pins. If you're really worried about it popping out, most likely won't happen, but could happen. Never know. You'll want to go ahead and take your tape, tape it to the back side, wrap it around the resistor, and cover it from the front side. Now you have no worries of that resistor flying out should it become loose. Alright, enjoy, and hopefully you remember to unplug your actual Dreamcast when you're doing this. If not, you'll have a shocking surprise.